Hi everybody, I'm Zilla Blitz and welcome to another episode of American Truck Simulator. Let's get driving. We've got a load all loaded up. This is a big day because we have our new Logitech G920 wheel installed for the first drive in American Truck Simulator. We've got some 3M supplies loaded up here, science applied to life. We're going to be taking them down with the reset. We've been dropped back in Eugene, Oregon. So we're going to get started here and take these down to along the coast of Oregon. We should pick up 2 new cities that we haven't had yet, and we're going to check out the new wheel and its settings. I've been playing around with the settings a little bit, and if you saw the Euro Truck Simulator 2 episode that we put up a couple days ago with the first drive with it, things were a little bit clunky, but I think for the most part I've worked out what the settings are for this, and I'm pretty happy with them. Having said that, I feel like we still kind of need, oops, this is not what I want to do. Yeah, that's a little bit different here. Okay. Yeah, that was setting. I still want to kind of work out the settings for the brake. It feels a little bit not quite right. And I'll talk a little bit about those settings as we get further out. But I think I'm about maybe 80% there with the settings for the new wheels. I'm pretty much liking where things are now. The brake, I just have to kind of press it a little bit hard, which maybe that's okay. I'll get used to that, I suppose. But we'll talk about that as we get going. We've got about a 5-hour journey and heading down. What? Oh, loan installment paid. Okay, I thought I got a fine there. I was like, wait a second. We didn't run that red light. But we got a beautiful day here. It's now Wednesday at 5 o'clock in the evening. We should get to about sunset. We're probably going to be able to go about 4 hours and then need to sleep. But it'll take us down along the coast of Oregon, so it should be a good look. We'll connect a little bit here as we get a little bit further out on the highway, so we'll see you in a little bit. So we've got about 3 hours and 45 minutes left for about an hour into our journey. We're heading now straight west for the coast of Oregon. Should take us through the cities of Newport and then down to Coos Bay. 2 cities that I know we haven't been to yet in Oregon. And then there's just one more right up in the northwest corner along the shore that we'll have left to do. And that will complete all the cities in the state of Oregon. I believe there is an achievement for that too. We'll see as we get to Newport here for sure. But let's talk about the new wheel. So if you've been following it a little bit, you know that I had a 13-year-old wheel. It was a Logitech G Hub wheel, Logitech G wheel or something like that. It was super old and it was not connecting to the game a lot. It was constantly kind of resetting and stuff like that. So it was getting to be a pain. And finally, it really started to act up. So I splurged and got a Logitech G920 wheel because we do have an Xbox X as well, and this can connect with that too. So pretty happy with that. This is only the second drive I've done with it, and thank you to everybody who posted on the Euro Truck Simulator 2 episode with comments and tips and advice on ways to tweak the wheel. In particular, one thing with the Logitech G920 is the brakes on that. And so I thought maybe I'll just take a few minutes now on this ride and talk a little bit about what I've done with the settings to kind of get them the way I like them so far. Now keep in mind, this is a work in progress, and I'm still not convinced that I'm done with the brake yet, because I think I might want to tweak it a little bit more. But what I did with the steering was, I went into Logitech. First of all, I calibrated it in the Windows game controller. I'm running Windows 10, so I calibrated in the Windows game controller settings. And that was kind of straightforward. I'll talk a little bit about that with regard to the brake, because one thing that I tried didn't appear to work there. But that was relatively straightforward. And I've got the gas, the pedal as being the accelerator. I've got the brake pedal being the brakes. I'm not using the clutch because I'm using real automatic in here. And I don't have that little side shifter addition. The shifter that I have is just the one that's on the steering wheel here. But I went into the Logitech G Hub and I adjusted the steering settings there to turn the sensitivity up to 75. And then I found that I was having to turn a lot with the wheel in order to get the full turning range that I'd like. And I didn't like that with a truck because in order to change the view, I kind of have to use the little hat here that's on the controller. Oops, we got rain. And so that was kind of a pain. So I reduced the operating range. And I'll show a screenshot here of the settings and stuff like that. I reduced the operating range to 650, which means that I don't have to turn so far to get a full range turn. And that seems to be really light. And I turned the dead zone down in the game settings to basically nothing. So the wheel is fairly sensitive. I mean, with a sensitivity of 75 and a setting of, whoops, we should turn our lights on here too, shouldn't we? All right, there we go. That should be there. To turn the settings down, wow, we're going really slowly too. Come, let's get this going. to turn this. It's pretty sensitive, but I like it because I don't have to turn that much to get the turning that I want in the game. And that allows me to keep my thumb on that hat, which gives me pretty good control with the view and stuff like that too. So that's what I did with the steering wheel. Acceleration I just left. Now the brake, one of the things with the G920 that people were talking about, oh, achievement state, here we go, new port discovered, 12 out of 14. We only need 2 more cities, so Coos Bay will get us 1 more here. I have to try to get this in the next one here. Now, there we go. Yeah. So what I'm going to do right now is, that was with the brake, apparently there's a cork in the brake here, and that's pretty cool for racing games. But it means you really have to get the full scope of the brake here, you really have to crank on the brake in the Truck Simulator, in American Truck Simulator, Euro Truck Simulator. And it's really hard to stop the truck. So what I tried to do was, I tried to go into the game control settings and tweak the settings there so that half the range of the press would equal a full brake press. I saw a video on that on YouTube. Now I tried that, but it didn't appear to work really, because it still feels like when I look at Logitech G Hub, when I press the brake halfway down, it's only registering as being halfway pressed down. So that didn't seem to work. Oh well. But what I've done right now, What I've done right now is I've changed the brake sensitivity to 85 and got it there. And so that's better, but I still feel like it's a little bit too much of a hard press to get the trucks and the brake to stop. So I'm going to go in there, I think, and try to tweak that probably maybe up to 80 or 85, maybe up to 95 and see what it's like. Maybe even 100 and see how that works. But it's close. It's not bad. And I think I can get used to this. I just have to remember to brake the truck. I have to really I have to push the brake, right? I have to hit the brake hard, which is a little bit, it's not what I would do, for example, like driving a car. You know, you don't want to go, it's not that hard of a brake. So I'd like to kind of adjust that a little bit. So I might kind of screw around with those settings still a little bit, although this feels pretty close. So I'm happy with the steering now, and I'm very happy, I'm semi-happy with the braking there too. Historic Bayfront. All right, so we'll kind of keep making our way here. Whoops, I'm going too fast. We've got about 2 hours and 31 minutes left. We should I won't get to Coos Bay. That'll give us 13 out of 14 cities. A nice drive down here. Single roads, wet. Of course it's raining, right? Because it's Oregon, Washington State. So, but let's go over this bridge and then we'll kind of say goodbye for a moment. I couldn't read that with the raindrops. Very cool. All right. Pacific Ocean to our right. Not sure what, was it Yakima River? I'm not sure what river this was. So we get about an hour and a half left, and still raining here, making our way through these winding roads. This is a beautiful drive. I mean, in the fog and the mist and stuff like that, it's pretty cool here. Kind of enjoying this. New viewpoint up here. Oh, I'll have to check this out in the fog, which means we won't be able to see anything for sure. Now, in the interim, since we've been away, I went in and I changed the brake setting to 95, and this will be the first time that I'll stop with it here. So let's see how this feels. Better, maybe? I guess. Whoops. Gotta back up a little bit. Enter viewpoint. There we go. See what this is like. Thor's Well. Oh, that sounds pretty cool. Never heard of Thor's Well, so I don't know what it is and can't help us out here. But it sounds cool. Kind of want to go to Thor's Well. Oh, that's what it is. That looks pretty cool. Never heard of that. Interesting. There's people here looking at it too, which is neat. But I think that's good for our view of Thor's Well there. Cook's Chasm. Little sign there. A couple people reading in the rain. But yeah, let's move on. That was pretty cool. So, yeah, so the braking still feels a little bit sluggish. I'm not sure. Now, one suggestion that was in the Euro Truck Simulator 2 episode was, first thing people do sometimes is go in and they take that cork out of do a mechanical adjustment on the pedal, the brake pedal. They take the cork out, and that gives it a full range of motion and makes it not so hard to press. But I have heard a couple of other people posted that the brake is really good the way it is for racing games. So I'm a little bit hesitant to make a mechanical change to it, but I'm not sure. I'm going to see. I might just adjust the setting here to 100% and see if that would work. Getting tired, by the way, too. And I know there is a place to sleep. Oh, the world is getting black here. I know there's a place to sleep up ahead just a little ways, which we're going to pull off and grab some sleep here. The other thought that I had that someone suggested was change the brake pedal to the gas pedal and change the clutch to the brake. And so that might be something to consider as well. So I'm going to keep tweaking it here. I'd like to make a software change rather than make a functional change of changing which ones I'm pressing and stuff like that, which pedals. Looks like we just turn in here, right? All right, and then there's a place to sleep inside here. It's a pretty interesting truck stop here. Looks like it's in the middle of nowhere, and you just pull in and grab a place to sleep. It's kind of cool in the rain and the fog here. This feels very Oregon and Washington for sure. There we go. Go around here. Looks like we can grab some sleep here. Be right here. I'll stop the engine. Yeah, it still feels like I really have to push it. I have to push it so far that the base goes up a little bit. And I'm not sure that's something I really want to consistently do. But anyway, we've got a brand new little bit night sleep. Ahmed picked up $1,400. Pretty good. Let's get our truck going here. And pull out, keep moving down the road. Now we've got, has the rain stopped? Maybe? Oh, I feel like I can't see very well. Not sure why, but I'm just not used to driving in the dark a little bit for a while here. I feel like our lights aren't working very well. But that's not a function of the new wheel, I'm sure. I mean, doesn't it look kind of dark here? Has it always been this dark? Is this the new update? Whoopsie. Okay. I couldn't tell where the turn was. Let's see if I can get myself out of this problem here. Back up a little bit. Excuse me, bud. There's nothing behind us. All right. Oh, really? Okay. Well, that's not bad, actually. That was pretty helpful. Let's get going here. Yeah, I feel like my visibility in real life would be a little bit better in the darkness here. I'd be able to look out the right side and see that there's something there, but I can't. Yeah, it feels like it's hard to stop, for sure. Okay, there's something stopped down there. Like, I can't see where the road is to the right here. There it is. Okay, so we're good now. But yeah, the brake's still feeling like it's a little bit hard. So, still going to work on that. I'm going to try the sensitivity up to 100 here. I'll check this now as we're kind of moving forward. And then I'm going to, I might take the cork out. I think I'm going to take a look at a video and see how hard that is to do. Because I suppose I could always put it back in if I decide to play some more racing games. For the moment, though, I'm pretty much just playing American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator 2. And then I have the save going with SnowRunner, but I'm using the controller right for that for now. I might switch to the wheel, but I still think the brake, a softer brake pedal would be fine for that. So anyway, here we go. Now this also, I should say, this is our first drive with the 1.44 update. And one thing I noticed, I want to show you one thing. Actually, we'll drive another half hour here. I'll kind of keep going. And then I'll show the thing I noticed with the 1.44 update with the secret roads, the hidden roads feature. So we'll check in a little bit here, but making progress. I feel like the settings are getting pretty good. Fun little ride here, and yeah, all things are good. So see you in a little bit. Oh. The speed limit changed from 55 to 35. I just got inside it, and that was a police car right in front of us. I was trying to slow down, too. Blame it on my mushy brakes. Was that a $1,000 fine? About? Ouch. That was a little bit painful. Anyway, see you in a little bit. Well, we know, actually, we might as well. Let's check this out now. So, 1.44 update. One of the things that I know that was in this game is that when you find one of the hidden roads, it marks it on your map. But it doesn't look like it does that retroactively, because if we pop out here and take a look at the world map, I know I've done 2 of them in this game. So right now we're getting down towards Coos Bay. I know we did one right here in New Mexico, which was that kind of shortcut achievement. Right along 64, and you cut across the road here. You can see this gray part of the road that we didn't do. That was a shortcut. Now, I thought this is supposed to be marked with a dotted line if you've driven it, because it's a hidden secret road, but we didn't get credit for it. Likewise, up here in Wyoming, up here we go. Right here is where that other one was, between Cheyenne and Laramie. This spot right here that we can see where my cursor's wiggling around, that road to the east is a hidden road that gets you to the Population 1 achievement, and likewise, that one's not marked on the map. So it looks like we might have to do those again, if we care about that really, to kind of get the achievement for it. So, whoopsie. All right. So anyway, we've got making our way here to Coos Bay. We'll see you shortly as we get close to our final destination and try our parking challenge here. So we are in Coos Bay now. Looks like the sun's thinking about sneaking up over the horizon here. The sky's getting just a little bit bright. It's about a little bit before 5 o'clock in the morning now. I did go in and change the sensitivity setting on the brake to 100. One of the things I wonder if you can change it mid with the when the application's running. Like, do I have to quit the application and then come back in for those changes to take place? Not sure, but yeah, I feel like it's like when we're stopped here, I really have to press the brake to get it to stop. If you've got any other ideas outside of taking the cork out, or maybe switching, pressing the brake pedal for the gas and pressing the clutch for the brake, I'd be curious to hear if there's some other things that might work. But I'm surprised that the game controller setting, the global game controller setting in Windows, changing the range didn't work. But maybe the Logitech G Hub overrides that. I'm not quite sure there. But looks like there's a 2-lane highway. What am I doing? Okay, we got to turn left here. We'll try the parking challenge. We deliver this paper to Coos Bay. We did get the city here. So we've got our 13th out of 14 cities in the state of Oregon. Only one more. We might try to get that next episode. I'd like to get that achievement here. Sun is full coming up here now. It looks like another good day. And the rain has stopped. So that's not bad, that press there. And the thing is, my pedals are not attached to the floor in any way. They're just sitting on a rather normal carpet here. So I've noticed that they've slipped forward because of the pressure that I have to press the brake. The pedals have slipped forward a little bit during the course of the ride, which is something I'd like to avoid as well. But if you do have other ideas, right here maybe, looks like, yeah. If you do have other ideas on ways to, yeah, that was a hard press again. If you have other ideas on ways to set the brakes there, let me know. 40 XP. Wow, this is a big place here. Trucks only that way. Okay. We're at Walmart? Oh, Walmart. Okay. All right, so here's our parking spot. I think what we're going to try to do is loop around here and then come at it so we can look out the rear view mirror, look out the window here and park. Let's do a loop here. This feels pretty good. Come back at it this way. Can we get this in one shot? That would be pretty cool. Let's come in here. Pull past it a little bit with the cab. And turn right now. I feel like I'm doing a lot of turning and it's not going to work very well. But now I want to turn this way. And... whoa. Okay. How are we doing? What happened? Why did the truck stop? That's weird. I don't think I'm going to get in here. But let's give it a try. Sharp turn. Maybe we can get this, huh? This would be cool to get this. Maybe we got this. Get it? Oh, they gave it to us. First shot. Not bad. I mean, not a perfectly clean parking job, but from that angle, I'm pretty happy with that. That's pretty good. So good performance by the new wheel there for that one. Sun's coming up. Let's tee this one up, see how much money we got. We did lose that 1,000 or so in a fine there. I think we got 9,000 or so. What happened? Oh, did it slide out or something like that? Is that what happened? Okay. Oh, I see what it is. We just slid out of the parking spot, maybe. So now if we get it, we should get it, right? There we go. Okay. I was super confused because it had the green up and I thought I pressed T, but we must have slipped backwards a little bit there, so we didn't get it. Working our way towards level 22. More progress here. We are up to 50... How much money do we have? 54,000. Working towards more truck upgrades and things like that. We'll be back to finish the Oregon cities, I think, in our next episode. If you do have ideas for settings on the channel, on the wheel, that would be great. And if you haven't seen it yet, we started a new series on SnowRunner, hard mode. We're up to episode 2. I'll put a link to that here in case you'd like to check it out. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Have a great day.